I am Professor L.B. Gayakawad, and this is the English Literature Web YouTube channel. My channel uploads the videos on English literature, on spoken English, on phonetics and phonology, semantic and syntactics, as well as my own literature. So please share and subscribe my channel. Today I have brought for you a new topic, and the topic is anecdote. See, the anecdote is the literary term. It is the topic of the literature. The students of colleges can use this topic for their own syllabus, and all the teachers can also use this topic. Now, I will start teaching. Anecdote. It is the brief information of a person or an incident. See, the anecdote is nothing but the account, the information, the calculation, the description of a person. Means there is one person, of that person, that is the explanation or an incident. Means the writer speaks there about the incident, about the occasion, or about the person. It is the interesting system of telling a story of a real character. Remember here, it is very much interesting, and the writer tells a story of a real character. Means that character is completely real, means it is from the society, and the writer talks on that character. The writer uses it in his essay, article, or chapter to support his point. Remember, here the explanation is that the article, the chapter, or the essay of the writer should not be so boring, or it should be very much light, or it should be very much interesting, and that's why here the writer uses this anecdote to support his point, because he wants to support, he wants to bring that point to the notice of the public, and that's why he wants to make that point very strong, and so he uses this anecdote. This anecdote is very short, without a specific limit, means it is very much short. This is the incident, and this incident is very short. It has no exact limit, means limitation. It is comic but not like jokes. Remember, the anecdote is very much comic, it is very much interesting, it is very much laughing, or it creates the laughter. But it is not like the joke. Means we cannot say that the anecdote is the joke. Its purpose is to create laughter and a general truth. Remember, this writer takes this anecdote to create the particular laughter. Means he takes it as the digression, because his chapter should not be very much boring, and that's why he takes this anecdote, and that's why this anecdote creates their laughter and a general truth. General truth means what? It is the truth for everybody. It is the teaching. Actually, it is the moral lesson, we can say also. It is about the subject matter of people. Remember, this anecdote is related with the subject matter of the society. Means this anecdote he takes from the society life. Means it is the incident, or it is some person, it may be a woman or a man. It is the topic at hand. It means that the writer can use this topic at any time, and so this is called the handy topic, or this topic is always at the hand of the writer. The writer gives the personal knowledge that fulfills the topic. Remember here, this anecdote is used by the writer to tell his personal knowledge. Means he gives there his own teaching, and that's why he uses this anecdote there. Basically, the anecdotes are the oral stories. Remember, the writer speaks these, I will say, stories or anecdotes, because the anecdote originally means it is in real sense the oral story, or these are the oral stories, and that's why here I will tell you that the anecdotes are nothing but the oral stories. They are spoken more than written, means the writer speaks these anecdotes, or he speaks this anecdote, he cannot write it more. Means it can be written, but it is not more written, but it is totally spoken. Means the writer speaks it, but not writes it in a large scale, on a large scale. It is originally from the Greek phrase called things unpublished. Remember, this anecdote has been taken from the particular phrase, and that phrase is things unpublished. Means the things unpublished means those things are not published, and that's why here the writer publishes those things through the use of this, I will say, anecdote or the anecdote. The writer gives the personal character with the specific feature. Remember here, the writer takes the example, takes the incident, takes the character of the person or a woman as the anecdote, and he gives his own personal experience with the personal character, and there is the specific feature to this particular character. The character may be fictional or real, means this character can be imaginary, means the writer can imagine this character, or the writer can take this character from the reality, that is from the society. The digression is its common feature. Remember, when the writer uses this anecdote, the writer uses there the digression. Now, digression means what? It is the digestion, because when his chapter becomes boring, then the reader should be very much happy. They should be very much interesting, or they should be very much delighted by his own writing. And that's why here this anecdote means this anecdote is used by this writer. It means that this anecdote is the digression. The oral anecdotes are very exaggerated. Remember, these are the oral anecdotes, and these oral anecdotes are very much exaggerated. It means that he makes a lot of exaggeration there, means he speaks there with exaggeration. Its subject is taken from earth life, means remember the life which is on the earth, or the people or the societies are living on this planet earth. From these people he takes the subject, and that's why the subjects of the anecdote are from the societies. It claims a special realism and claim historical dimensions, means directions. Remember, these anecdotes are really related with the special realism, because there is the exact special particular realism, and there is the claimed historical dimension, means the writer wants to give some dimension, or he wants to give some direction in the sense of the history, and that's why it is called the claimed historical dimension. The anecdote is the part of literature. Remember, it is nothing but the literary piece of art. It is literature, and this anecdote is shown through the films, televisions, theaters, and the real life of man. This anecdote directs the people due to its critical laughter. It means that this anecdote is laughing, satirical, critical, and there is the too much interesting point. There is the criticism, and that's why through this criticism the people can take some lessons, and that's why it is said that the anecdote is nothing but the critical teaching to people. The writer writes it with style, tone, and utility. Means remember, this anecdote should be very much useful for developing the chapter article of the writer, and that's why here the writer writes it with style. He takes some particular style, he takes some particular tone, means the tone can be happy, and it should be so much useful for the society, or it should give some lesson to the society, and that's why the writer writes this anecdote with style, tone, and utility. Here I have finished this topic. Again we will be in front of each other with a new video. Till then I stop here, but I request you to share and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.